Today we take you to one of the Himalayas' biggest and most dangerous mysteries, the lost American nuclear device in Nanda Devi, missing for almost 50 years. A device filled with plutonium, with a radioactive life of nearly 100 years. A mission that international media later called James Bond in the Himalayas. This story begins in 1964. China had just conducted its first nuclear test near Xinjiang. India and the United States were suddenly alarmed. No one knew how quickly China was developing missiles or how advanced its nuclear program was. The Pentagon and Indian intelligence agencies together prepared a secret plan to install a powerful listening device near the India-Tibet border to intercept Chinese radio signals. But for this device, they needed a high, remote, strategic location. And the mountain chosen for the mission was Nanda Devi, India's second highest peak. Now the question was, what exactly was the device? It was a 56-kilogram listening instrument that did not run on ordinary batteries. It ran on a plutonium core. The radioactive life of the plutonium, 100 years. If it were ever lost, the contamination could spread through rivers, glaciers, and reach millions of people. A joint Indo-US team was formed to execute the mission. The team included the same Indian mountaineers who had conquered Everest. Experienced, strong, disciplined. They were told the mission was extremely confidential. No helicopters, no external machinery. The entire equipment had to be carried up Nanda Devi by human effort alone. And so began a dangerous expedition on the icy slopes of the Himalayas. 1965. The team was climbing with the device. The snow grew deeper, the winds colder and harsher. As the altitude increased, the weather turned unpredictable. Then came a storm, so fierce that one could barely stand. Climbing further became impossible. The team decided to tie the device securely to a solid rock and return once the weather improved. The mission was paused, but the team believed the device was safe. This assumption later turned into a mystery. When the team returned the following year, they were shocked. The device was gone. The rock it had been tightly secured to had broken off. Most likely, an avalanche had swept it deep into the crevasses below, which meant the device had disappeared forever into Nanda Devi's inner ice. Now the danger doubled. If the radioactive plutonium reached the river system, it could affect millions living in the Ganga basin. The US and India searched for months. Special helicopters were brought in. Every corner was scanned. But the result, nothing. The device had vanished, as if the Himalayas had swallowed it. When the first device could not be found, in 1967, a second device was installed on Nanda Kot. This one worked, and it successfully intercepted Chinese radio signals. But the real threat remained. The first device was still missing. Scientists believe it may be sliding down along with the glaciers. If it remains trapped in the ice, it will silently emit radiation. If it dissolves into the water, the warning may come too late. February 2021, Shamoli. A huge part of a glacier suddenly broke off, fell into the river, and caused a massive flood that swept away two major power projects. Hundreds were killed or went missing. Some locals and former officials claim that the breakage might have been caused by that radioactive device. Scientists don't confirm it, but the coincidence is strange enough to raise questions. Is the Himalayas breaking from within? After the mission was exposed, many rumors spread. Some linked it to mysterious deaths of scientists, some to political conspiracies. No evidence was found, but the layers of this mission still remain a mystery. The details of the mission were placed before the Indian Parliament, but the biggest question remains. Where is the device? Nanda Devi's glaciers are major sources of the Ganga. Millions depend on these rivers for water, farming, electricity, life itself. A lost plutonium core still lies hidden somewhere in that region. If it ever melts into the rivers with the glaciers, the impact could be catastrophic. Nanda Devi still stands silent, but within her lies a secret. possibly the most dangerous truth of the Himalayas. This is not just the story of a spy mission. It is a reminder that the Himalayas are as sensitive as they are majestic. One wrong decision, one lost device, and its echo can be felt for decades. Nanda Devi still hides its mystery. Perhaps it knows that the truth is not always found. Sometimes it waits to reveal itself.